watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!
Dante's News Nation, what's going on, guys? So the Racist of the Month award goes to Joe Rogan, hands down. This is crazy, guys. This is just crazy. I mean, it seems like every other week, a white celebrity is being exposed as a racist. So there's a right-wing radio host by the name of Alex Jones, and apparently he has some kind of back and forth beef with Joe Rogan. I guess Joe Rogan says something about him, and he's countering by basically airing out his dirt. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and play the clip, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts.
According to your gods of Silicon Valley and your whole measurement system, dude, you're a really bad person that shouldn't be on the air. I'm not saying take you off the air. I'm just saying, Joe, I've got 6 more rounds in the cylinder of stuff just as bad or worse. And like I told you, I'm going to start laying it out every couple of days, another one. Because you judge me, I'm going to judge you. Here's the clip I'm talking about, him on the podcast, talking about blacks being apes.
Planet of the Apes, man. We're going to go see Planet of the Apes. So I look on the iPhone app, and it says, okay, take me to this one. And the guy goes, okay. I go, is that in a good neighborhood? He's like, oh, yeah. Guy barely speaks English. He takes us there. We get out, and we're giggling. Oh, we're going to go see Planet of the Apes. We walk into Planet of the Apes. We walked into Africa, dude. We walked in the door, and there was no white people.
Okay, so one of the first things you'll notice is the reaction of the two people that were listening to what Joe just said. On the left, you have Joey Diaz. He's an actor and a comedian. He was born in Cuba. Then you have the guy Redban on the right. He's a comedian as well. So you see Joey, he had a serious look on his face. It was almost as if he was shocked that Joe Rogan just said this on air. And then you have the Redban guy. He's laughing about it. Tells you a lot about both characters. Joey, he laid back in his chair, and it almost looked like he was saying to himself, God damn, that's racist. This is the first thing I want to say about this. Joe Rogan is obviously talking about black people, right? So if Joe Rogan is saying something offensive towards black people, you non-black people are in no position to try to tell black people if they should be offended or not, because you're not the target. And I say that because you always have some of these non-black people in the comment section on the internet, period, that are trying to defend what Joe Rogan just said by saying crazy stuff like it's not racist and et cetera, et cetera. You know, I find this so ironic. You guys notice the only time you hear a non-black person say, I have a black friend, is when they're using that black friend as a prop to condone racist behavior towards black people? Let me tell you something. If those black people that you claim to be your friends are your real friends, then this should offend you just like it would offend your black friends. Does that make sense? I mean, I've heard a lot of girls tell me stories, girls that weren't black, you know, from Mexican to white to Asian, and they'll tell me a story of how maybe they were at some party, maybe they were at a fight party, watching some black guy go against a non-black fighter. And because there's no black man in the room, some of these guys started to call black people the N-words and all kind of other racial slurs. And the girls would tell me that they would tell these guys, you need to watch what you say because my kids are half black, and my boyfriend is black, or my husband is black, etc., etc. But they thought they could go ahead and say it because there were no black people in the room. You see, this is the thing with racism. Racism is a lot like marijuana. People in America, they want to legalize and normalize racism. For Joe Rogan to say something like that on air for everyone to hear, that means Joe Rogan has surrounded himself with so many other racists, they've got him feeling comfortable to say this about black people without any repercussions. I mean, what Joe Rogan just said right there, that was worse than what Hulk Hogan said, worse than what Liam Neeson said, worse than what Mel Gibson said. There's no way a guy saying stuff like this should be working for UFC or working for any major organization or company. All them UFC fighters getting the octagon, hugging Joe Rogan, and not even realizing this is what he thinks about them, all them black fighters. I mean, talk about playing the race card. Almost every single week, there's a new celebrity getting busted, getting exposed for being the racist that he is. I want you guys to share this video because everyone needs to hear the truth about Joe Rogan. And for you people out there that condones what Joe Rogan says about black people, I'm not trying to change how you feel or how you think. You could be as racist as you want. I just won't associate with people like that. And I would strongly suggest that every black person does the same. If you got one of those quote unquote friends who claims that they're your friend, but yet they condone Joe Rogan saying stuff like this, or they defend the cops that shoot unarmed black kids, anyone like that, you need to cut them loose. Because that's one of the best contributions you can make to what's going on in America today. I don't care how many times this man done invited you to his house, he done gave you rides to places, etc., etc. But yet when it comes to, once again, the stuff that's going on in America, from racist celebrities to racist police officers killing people, unarmed black people, you don't have a problem with that? But you claim you have black friends? Yeah, man, cut them loose. Cut them loose, because that's what I'm doing nowadays. I'm not dealing with no more people who think like that. If you share those views, I ain't got nothing to do with you. So I'm going to wrap this video up, guys. Let's see what happens with Joe Rogan. That's all I got for now.